Hi, I'm Steve Caldwell with Curb Appeal USA and Curb Appeal International. We're here on location today to show you how easy it is to install landscape curbing. For the next 15 or 20 minutes, you're going to see exactly how to prepare the ground, how to mix the concrete, how to install landscape curbing, how to finish, how to color, and how to stamp. You'll see from start to finish how you can take advantage of the Curb Appeal USA and Curb Appeal International all-inclusive landscape curbing system, right down to our starter system. So sit back and relax. And once again, we're going to show you how easy it is to turn concrete into cash. Well, we're here with J.R. Lighthizer, owner of Central Oregon Curb Appeal, a division of Curb Appeal USA and Curb Appeal International. J.R., what do you look for when you get to the customer's job site?
Well, by the time we come to the job site to do our installation, this will be the second or third time that we've already been here just because of the bidding process. But I will walk through each job site with the homeowner again to make certain that we've gotten nailed down exactly where the concrete curbing is going to go. We're going to make certain that all the sprinkler heads have been marked so that we're not destroying them with a bed edger or replacing them later for that matter. And then we're likewise going to look for anything unusual that we might encounter, be it topography, rocks, anything of that nature. And then what we'll do is we'll start unloading our trailer and we'll get right to work. We'll take out all of our tools, get out all of our equipment, start mixing, and then we'll be laying mud here in no time.
Sounds great, JR. Stay with us. We're going to continue to keep you up to date on what's going on here with the installation on the job site with Curb Appeal USA and Curb Appeal International.
This is Kim, likewise with Curb Appeal USA and Curb Appeal International. She is the homeowner who's graciously volunteered her house for us to do decorative landscape curbing to for the demonstration purposes of this video. We're at the stage now where we've busted open our box, we've got all our tools out, we're ready to rock and roll. Just one more thing. We're going to do a stamped pattern today, and we want to verify with the homeowner what exact stamp pattern they'd like. So what we'll often do, since we've got the benefit of this giant sandbox, is we'll flatten some out, we'll take some stamps, and roll them in the sand, so the homeowner can get a visual representation of what their curb is going to look like after our installation. That's the river rock you were looking at.
Great, I like it a lot.
You like that one?
Yes, I do.
Bada bing, we're ready to rock and roll then. Just for informational purposes, we've got maybe 14 different stamps that we could do, a variety of rollers and brick patterns. Today was easy. We hit the nail on the head with the river rock stamp that's going to kind of marry the curb with the rest of our house that's got the rock facade. So we're ready to rock and roll. 80% of any of the landscape installation jobs are your preparation work and your mix. The mix we'll get to later, but we're going to talk specifically about trenching. We use a bed trencher here that'll cut a 10-inch swath, 1.5 inches deep, which is a perfect foundation for laying your landscape edging in. This will eliminate hours of back-breaking labor in preparation. We've got 208 feet to prep today. I'm guessing once we fire this thing up, we're going to be done inside of 30 minutes. We're going to use the bed edger to cut a line that's following the contour of the lawn itself, and then we're going to use one of these two rakes just to get out all of the excess material, pull it out of the trench and out of our way so that we can come right behind it with the curbing machine. Like I said, eliminates tons of back-breaking labor, easy to do, and it'll be quick. You probably notice on a couple of occasions I would push down on the handlebars, lifting the front end of the trenching machine. Do this for a couple of reasons. When you get started, it's important to have the blades off of the ground, otherwise the machine won't start bed edging. Secondly, if you could see, there's a large pile of dirt here that I left in my wake. I lifted up the machine and I moved it past the sprinkler head so as not to cause damage to the existing irrigation system. Instances like this require a little hand prep. Doesn't take long. And that's all there is to it. Now we're getting to the mix portion of our installation. We've done the prep work, everything's trenched, all the trenches are cleaned out of debris, all the yard waste is bagged and ready to go. We're getting ready to do our mix. Now I use what's called a 4-to-1 mix ratio, where I use 4 5-gallon buckets of sand to 1 part of cement. Now, if those of you that are fortunate enough to have access to 47-pound bags of cement, more power to you. They're better on your back, and that's precisely the amount that you need. I, on the other hand, work more commonly or typically with 94-pound bags of cement. The easy fix for that is to TP your bags in half and cut them with a razor so that you're using half a bag per batch. What we're doing here in the front yard is we're cleaning up the excess yard debris. But we're doing this for 2 reasons. One is that we cut significantly into the sod, that it would leave a lot of debris behind. Personally, I like leaving a clean job site behind. The only thing that's going to be left when we're done is the beautiful landscape concrete curbing. So we're going to bag all of this excess yard debris and we're going to haul it away for the homeowner.
JR, on locations in our training, and you are our national trainer, we service, once again, Portland, Oregon, Bend, Oregon for West Coast, and Bonita Springs, Florida, where we have an installation crew down there by the name of Bonita Curbs. But the key, what you had mentioned before, is your preparation, which we've already seen,
yes,
and your mix. Walk us through what we're going to see.
Well, your mix is paramount. If you've got bad mud, you're going to waste your time fighting it. You're just as good to throw it away and start all over again. So you got to spend a little extra time doing your mix. It'll save you hours of headache in the long run. So what we're going to do is, like I mentioned before, we're going to do a 4-to-1 mix ratio. I always start with a little bit of water inside of my mixer. The reason being is the first 3 things that go into my mixes are my color, so that it'll go evenly throughout the entire batch. X Factor, which is a concrete additive that we've developed and manufacture and supply to our customers that does several things for you. It waterproofs your curb, acting like a sealer. It eliminates shrinkage, which eliminates cracking, and it allows us to work down to freezing temperatures. And then I'm also going to add a concrete strengthener called fiber mesh, and these are just fiber shorts or fiber hairs that'll get distributed throughout the mix, which increases the tensile strength of the concrete itself. After we put in our first 3 things into the water, we're going to add our sand. We're 3 buckets of sand, half a bag of cement, and then we're going to do 1 more sand. Then we just add water till we get the appropriate moisture content for our mix. Then we're ready to curb.
Typically, on a landscape curbing installation, contrary to what people would think, we're using what we call a 0-to-1 slump. Could you explain that?
Absolutely. A 0-to-1 slump is